You met Mr. Richardson because you both have children that go to the same school?
We do.
Okay, and your child is how old?
She's 6.
And how old is your child?
7.
And according to you, you made an arrangement with Mr. Richardson that in exchange for babysitting for his 7-year-old daughter, that he would barter a Jeep that he had for sale for $1,500, that you fulfilled your end of the contract, and that at some point he took the Jeep back. In addition, you say you fully paid off the Jeep by working, and he owes you additional money for babysitting. Mr. Richardson says, no way. What happened was she didn't have a car, and I told her that she could use my Jeep if she babysat for my daughter, and she could use it for her own purposes. She stopped babysitting. I took back my car. That's your defense. And you also claim, in addition to the Jeep not being sold, but just loaned to Miss Cox, you claim 2 loans to her that she hasn't paid back. Okay, so that's the case. When did you start to use the Jeep?
In the end of October.
And is that when you started to babysit for his daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. His daughter is 7 years old, so she's in school full time.
Yes.
When did you babysit for her?
He would drop her off first thing in the morning, about an hour to an hour and a half before school started. I would take the kids to school and then pick them up, and I would watch her for between 1 to 3 hours after school.
Okay, so you watched her 2 to 3 hours a day, let's say 5 days a week. So at most, you watched her 15 hours a week. Now, when did you stop babysitting?
I stopped babysitting on February 12th. However, you're not taking into account, on Fridays, our kids have early dismissal. So Fridays it was longer, and then...
Yeah, right. Okay. And in the meantime, you used the Jeep?
Yes,
all day long for
yes,
yourself?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You went to see your friends, you used it at night. When you got a babysitter, you used it on the weekends.
Yes, ma'am.
You used it all day. Not 2 to 3 hours a day, you
Correct.
used it all day. Okay, and you did that November, December, January, and part of February.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened in February?
In February, I could not pay my rent. I had been evicted because he was not paying me my wages for watching his daughter.
Well, just a minute. So when do you claim, in your case, best case scenario, when do you claim you paid off the Jeep?
I had it paid off by January.
So in 2 months, you paid off the Jeep.
Yes, ma'am.
So in 2 months, you worked 120 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
I'm trying to figure out whether there's a logic to her complaint.
Yes, ma'am.
So in 2 months, you paid off the Jeep, and that's when he started to pay you?
He was supposed to pay me.
He was supposed to pay you. How much was he supposed to pay you?
Minimum wage, which is...
You're making this up as we're going along. Don't make it up as we're going along. If you made it a contract, then you say he was supposed to pay me $8 an hour. He's supposed to pay me $10 an hour. How much in this contract was he supposed to pay you?
$8.31 an hour.
Well, giving you the benefit of all the hours, based upon what you told me and what you said in your complaint, was Brian was selling his 1944 Jeep Laredo for $1,500 and he needed a babysitter. But based upon what you told me, you never worked off the $1,500. I used the hours that you gave me, not 2 hours a day, but 3 hours a day, times 5 days a week is 15, times the 2 months, it's 120 hours, times the minimum wage is $8 an hour, comes to $9.60. Add the 31 cents, it's nowhere near $1,500.
I also watched her Saturdays, a lot of Saturdays. Fridays were longer hours. I would watch her when he would go out. I have all of the hours that I've worked. I ended up watching her for a total of 277 hours.
So when he turned the car over to you, I assume that you finished working this off, because that was your agreement. You know, I don't believe this story for a minute. And then you were supposed to get paid. It would seem to me that a smart lady like you would have gotten the title to the car. Did you?
I did not.
You did not.
He always had a reason why he couldn't transfer
he always had a reason. But you kept going back.
I did.
You kept going back and you kept using the Jeep.
My daughter was being diagnosed with lupus, which is a horrendous disease.
I know all
needed
about
a
lupus.
vehicle. I needed a vehicle to be able to take her to the hospital.
Listen to me. I gotcha. I don't believe you, is my problem. I think you needed his car. He let you use the car, and he let you use the car for all of your purposes, with the exception of the time when you were taking care of your daughter and his daughter, going to school and picking her up from school. And then something happened. Now, he may have been smitten with you. I don't know. That's what you suggest in your complaint.
I have a love letter from him.
I don't care. Don't you understand? I don't care about that. If you thought that he was smitten with you, then you shouldn't have worked for him, because you clearly have another boyfriend, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you shouldn't have worked for him.